Hello and welcome to today's presentation of Maprint to manage your printers. Print, copy, scan remotely. All you need to do is obviously get started and you end up after sign up 60 seconds later with a screen that looks a little something like this. In the top right hand corner we have the name of our company. We can change that. And here we have 4 tabs. Clients. These are your obviously clients and their locations. The printers of your clients, cloud printing if you want to enable cloud printing and user management, and then the usage of those printers, devices, and cloud computers. So how does it all work? Straightforward. Step 1, add our client. I'm just going to call this user 2. I know, very creative because I had user 1 as my first. Once I create that, it's just going to create it and it's going to say download setup is required. I now have these 4 tabs here. Okay, what I can do with these is I can either download, copy, send by WhatsApp, email, Gmail. This is an exe file, a link. So if I send this to someone, they're going to end up with a link, and that link is going to automatically trigger a download that you're going to see happening here. And that download should obviously be sent to your client on any device that's connected to their IP, to their infrastructure. That will install something that looks a little something like this. And what this will do is this will automatically, the first time it opens, scan the network, all the IPs connected. Now you can add extras if there's firewalls or blocks, but it should detect them all. And then from that, it will detect all the printers connected to your network. So one printer, one network. I don't know if you can see behind me, but that's the printer it's picking up right now. So the second this gets done, immediately after that, it now sees, look, it's online, 4 printers and 312. That was the scan I did just this moment. Okay, so now everything is up and running. And now when I go in to check my printers tab, I can see printer 1, printer 2, printer 3, printer 4, and on my client location, they're going to see this as well. So that's how simple it is to set everything up. Now, how can we organize and keep track of things? Well, as we get lots of different clients, just to show you everything here we can move around, have it the way you want. And in column visibility, I can turn on and off things. So if there's certain things I want to see, like my last scan, when it was created, leave them on. And if there's certain things like the version or the last reboot, I don't want to see them, I'll just switch it off. Maybe I couldn't care less what the model of or the manufacturer. I'm not really interested in this. I just want to see my clients. In fact, hostname, local IP, yeah, that's really all I want to see. Okay, and of course, definitely want to see the status so I know what's happening. This one here is still showing download required because nothing has actually been set up. If I were to set this up, it will suddenly show it's created, but then of course I'll have a duplicate which will mess up my system a little bit. Now, into our printers. Here, same thing, column visibility. I can turn on and off anything I want. I can move around anything I want, and I can have custom things like name, location, and remarks. So name, location, and remarks I put at the very beginning. Maybe the name, what's the name of the printer? Maybe I want to take this printer and I want to call this printer the water cooler printer. Let's call it water cooler printer number 2. And it is, I don't know, beside the pool, because I'm calling it water cooler. And watch the toner. Jumpy. Okay, real simple stuff. And there we have that. So what I'm showing you here is we can keep track of all our printers. We can keep track of the IPs, the status, the models, and of course, what we all came here for, the toners, okay? The counts. Everything is right here, right down into the colors. And I can click into any of these and I can see more detail. I can open up exactly what's been happening. Let's look at this one. I can see all my colors. Client calls me up, Keith, my toner is low. I can open this up, say, hang on a second. No, it's not. You've got plenty. And more importantly, they can open this up and verify 23%, 23%. I am not sending one of my guys down to replace it and waste my time. Okay, so you can see how simple, effective, and full of information we're getting here. All my statuses are okay, but if there's anything wrong, paper jam, low toner levels, any problem with the printer, this will automatically come up as a warning, and there are notifications possible to let you know that. These can be set up custom. And in the event of, let's say, suddenly we're not managing one or two of these devices, maybe the main office, we've gotten rid of that. All I need to do is select this and see where it says active. I can turn this off, update it, and now it's no longer on the list because this is only showing one of 3 active printers. And then I close this and look, here's my inactive printer. And I want to activate this again. Just go in, yes, update, and now I have nothing that's not active and everything active. Okay, now I've only set up one client. Okay, so user 1, user 2, user 2 is not up, so everything here is showing client user 1. But I want to show you our search, which is completely dynamic. So I can take any data. Let's say I just want to look at my 2 HPs here. Okay, type in HP and it comes up. Let's say I wanted to look at 10.0.0.3, 10.0.0. 0.0.3. Now I see that particular IP, so I can search for anything I want. Okay, I can have a look at, is there anything around 90%? Okay, well, wouldn't you know it, I have cartridge black at 90%. Literally anything I want, I can search for, and I can do the exact same on the client side. This is completely dynamic. Okay, so this is everything. In what? A couple minutes, I just showed you everything. Set up 10, 20, 100, 1,000 clients, as many as we want. And we do have scripts. If you guys want to set up 100 clients in one go, just let me know. I'll show you how to run those scripts. And we can set up as many printers as we want from those clients. Now let's take it to the next level. Do you want cloud printing? What is cloud printing? Cloud printing lets us do 2 things. It lets us print remotely from any location, either on our smartphones or on our desktop, and it also enables user management. Okay? And when I enable user management, if cloud printing is enabled, I will have a QR code, and now I can create users. So Keith is allowed to print on this, Guy is allowed to print on this, and I can create as many users as I want. And that way everyone in my office will be allowed to print, and I can track who's printing what, how many jobs. But at the same time, if I want this to be public, I can let anybody print, and they'll have to sign up for an account, and I'll be able to track that as well. Okay, so the way we do that is the exact same as activating. All we need to do is go into our settings and just say cloud print, please. And when I switch this on, okay, update. I now see this is the Brother MFC. I already had one. Brother MFC, that's the other one. I need to do a quick refresh. And now I have 2 MFCs. Okay, so you can see the one I had already. I had 2 users, 3 jobs total here. There's no income. If it's a public device, I can also connect a wallet. If it is a private device in an IT business, obviously we won't be assigning that, but we can assign limits if that's what we want to do, such as a workspace that may assign 100 prints or 1,000 prints limits per month per user. And now we see that's here. The QR code is now available. So if we want to scan it to set up, or I can just install from that scan into my driver. So I can actually print and manage this directly from the system. Now you see one print again. All I got to do is refresh. Now I see both of them. Okay, and now if I really want to, I can go to users. I can add a user. And when I add that user, I can assign that user to any of these devices. Okay. And finally, the usage. I can build my reports. Okay. So I can build any report I want within any date range I want and see anything I want. I can export that, or I can simply turn around and make my invoices for my clients. anything I want. I can see user 1, I can see user 5, I can see the HP devices, so HP, and I can see all the prints that have taken place in whatever range. And the reason you're not seeing much is because this is my printer, and this is ones I just scanned for the purposes of this video. Okay. That really is Maprint. It is that simple yet that powerful. We have 4 simple tabs to summarize. Add your clients, which as you can see takes a moment. Let them set up this application. Once this application is running on their devices, this is set to automatically trigger an update every 24 hours. Hence, every day you get a daily update. But if you want to trigger this manually, just say to them, clients, I want to see what's going on. Please rescan. Second they press this button, it automatically gives you live up-to-date data. When we have that, we can look at all our printers, okay, and all of the details associated with our printers, the total number of prints it's had in its lifetime, scans, colors, copy, ranges. We can assign cloud printing, and if we assign cloud printing, then we can have user management. So the location, whether it's an IT place or a public library, can enable users, people to actually be assigned accounts and prints. And then usage, I can build my reports so I know exactly what is happening. And that is Maprint.